Hi, good morning. Welcome to Winworks software seminar on our new Series 8 release. My name is Steve and I'll be conducting the session for you today. And we're going to go through some of the primary new features of the software that we have. The first feature would be the enhanced lookup window. And as you can see, there have been a lot of changes made, including colorization, increased columns across the page. And the nice thing is that the last 5 columns across the top are customizable. The colors are customizable, as well as the title bars are clickable and sortable, as well as the ability to modify the width of your columns. To make the changes to the lookup window, there's a settings button on the bottom that allows you to change the font size, 8, 10, 12, or 14 point. And this can be set by workstation or through the main computer. You can set your default sort method from your primary computer or server, and you can sort by date, ascending or descending, the same for work order number, sort alphabetically by customer, and so forth. You also have the ability to change the colors based on your work order status, whether they're new work orders, in process started, completed, paid, or on account, and your counter sales as well. You can automatically now refresh your work order screen to accommodate changes made on secondary workstations. 5 minutes, 2 minutes, every minute, or twice a minute. Customized columns, this is where you may change the last 5 columns from the reference number all the way over to base status. So if we change the last column from base status, I can now show the actual total of my work order. I can also change the fleet number if I choose to the customer phone number. By making these setting modifications, you now no longer have to open up the work order to get the information. Another new feature that we have would be for the actual Quickview function of the work order. Quickview The Quickview feature is available through the button on the bottom, as well as right-clicking on a work order. This will open up the information regarding all of your tasks, vehicle, repair, recommendation, and scheduling information. If you show the details of the work order, not only does it show the actual task, but it will show the attached parts. In addition, you have the work order total, as well as the contact phone number for your guest. Even though you set the main work order settings on the server or main computer, each workstation unto itself can be modified by the user by simply clicking on the title bar. So if I wanted to alphabetize this by customer, I will just click on the word customer and it will go ascending and descending. Same thing for work order number. If I move this over, I click on work order number, it's now in numerical order, lowest to highest. Click again, highest to lowest. The other information and change that we've made is inside the work order. And as you can see, the base work order still remains the same. The new features would be over here on the bottom right hand corner. We've now incorporated service features from Carfax. If you participate in the Carfax program and you upload your work orders to Carfax on a daily basis through end of day, this feature would be active for you. So you'll notice that this Carfax button is in red. It also has an R1. Clicking on the button now shows me that the R1 indicates that there's a recall from the manufacturer. And when the recall opens up, it will show you all the information from OEM regarding the recall and the date that it was issued. So with the service history will be displayed regardless of where the work was performed, whether it was in your shop or elsewhere. So you'll have full tracking of all the maintenance that has been provided. Included in the professional and premium editions of the software would now be the inspection module, and we're going to hold another webinar and devoted entirely to the inspection system. If you would like more information on the inspection system, do not hesitate to call support, and we'd be more than happy to explain, or you can contact sales. The oil can button would be for oil change stickers. Now, the oil change stickers are available through the interface settings module. We provide various labels for you to use for oil change reminders as well as service reminders. If you want to use the Dymo oil change stickers, that will be available, and you can purchase online at various outlets, Amazon, eBay, wherever, or the Dymo website itself. And the label printers would be the 450 or the 450 Turbo model. And the label ID would be 30252. And all this information can be found in the booklet that you received in the mail from us with the Series 8 release notes. Additionally, a new feature has been added to the work orders, and you'll notice the green plus button and the red X button. This feature now allows you to manually add any auto shop statements, any PDF documents that are on your computer, as well as a BMP or JPEG picture, as well as an MP4 or MOV movie file. As long as one of these items resides on your computer in a designated folder, clicking on the button displays for you a standard Windows selection box, and all you would do is select the document, click on open, and that would attach that document or file to the work order that would be available at any point in time, regardless of the status of the work order, be it open or closed. The document would be viewable just by double-clicking and opening the document, and it would now be available. The list windows have also been enhanced for the customer, vehicle, and vendors. So in the customer list, you now have enhanced searching available. Typing in a partial name for the customer, and you can either click on the search button or simply press your enter key. So I typed in HA, it now displays all the HA guests for me. I can clear the search and it returns me back to the full search menu. Double clicking opens up the customer as always. The enhanced vehicle list now gives you the ability to search for customers, vehicles based on make and model. You can search by license plate and or VIN number. One note, if you wanted to search for a vehicle based on make or model, you would use the make with a period and then the model. And that would narrow down your search to all the Nissan Altimas. Clear the search, brings you directly back to the full window. For those shops that do larger jobs, we've now added into inventory the ability to add part kits. For some of the jobs that have multiple parts, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts, this would allow you to create one kit for that job, and by adding that one kit to the work order, that would show you all the parts at a glance. So we have one part kit created here. There's your part kit number. Inside of the part kit, you'll notice that we have 4 parts automatically added. So if I return to the work order, and I add the part, it displays the part kit with the associated parts. Click on OK. And all the parts are automatically added to the work order. And as always, you can, once the parts are added, they can be modified in any fashion. Going back to the inventory list, if the inventory list, as always, defaults to your main parts list. If I want to see the parts list that I have built for my part kits, if I right click on my add part button, it displays all the configured part kits that I have. Alternatively, I can right click on my menu button and that returns me to the standard inventory list screen. One feature that's been added by popular request has been the ability for those shops that use the accounts receivable module, the ability to email billing statements rather than printing and mailing by postal service. So once you've created your accounts receivable billing, and we have our billing here, when I click on View Billing, that now displays all the new buttons for emailing statements individually by highlighting and clicking Email, or I can click on Email All Statements, and that would send out the actual billing statement through email to the associated customers. Now, bearing in mind, if you want to use this feature, you would need to ensure that you have an email address attached to each and every customer that you have in your accounts receivable listing that owes you a balance. Some of you may be aware that we do have a time clock feature called TechLink that's been in the system for a while. We've now added a feature for those shops not using TechLink. You can automatically use a partial feature of TechLink called Record Actual Hours. To enable Record Actual Hours, you would access your preferences screen through Options, click on your Data or TechLink Options tab, and check Record Actual Hours from Task. Once this feature is activated, inside of the task, you would have your Actual Hours button. Knowing that the hours that you have here on the work order are your estimated hours. So here we have a 3.1 estimated hours that will be billed to the customer. To record the actual hours from your technician, simply click on the A button, and it opens up the Record Actual Hours button. So even though Steve was the assigned technician, maybe this work was done completely by Steve, or you can choose your drop down and you can record the hours to a different technician. So noting that 3.1 were the estimated hours for this job, this work was actually finished in 2.5 hours. You can make whatever notes you choose, and you even have the ability to backdate the hours. So coming in on 9/20, Steve did his work on 9/19. Simply click on the date, open your calendar box, and click on Record Actual Hours. Now you see that the A0 for the actual hours has now been changed to an R2.5. This would indicate to you that the recorded hours on this job were set. You also have the ability to look at the report on all the recorded hours from the Reports button, showing you the date, the technician, and the total hours. Further information on any of the features covered today are available in the booklet that you received, or please don't hesitate to give support a call for some information on the features that you would like. Now, for those shops that have multiple computers in the shop, on up, a newer item that we have is called Notifications. If you click on the Orders button from your main Lookup window, you'll have an option for Notifications. In Notifications, you have the ability to see upcoming appointments. If using the scheduler, you can see recommended services due. If you're utilizing the services and recommendations feature, bay management statuses, Now, bay management will be covered in a completely separate session. And bay management will be available to the premium users. And we can also see interoffice messages. So I can send a new message, typing in my text here. I can select a specific employee to receive this message. I can set a date and a time to schedule that message to be delivered. So if you wanted Steve to receive a message tomorrow morning when he came in, since he's left for the day, I can set a message to be delivered at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. And when he logs in to his AutoShop application, the notification and message will be received. If you receive a message, you have the ability to reply, forward, and you can delay the message, which is just to postpone. I can also set priorities of the message based upon high, medium, and low. Closing out notifications from the menu button and click on exit. Now, the final topic we're going to cover today is some information on our Insight program. Winworks has developed an estimating and information system that is available, as is the other information systems that are on the market. It can be used as a standalone, or it can be used as an interface, just as with the other estimating features. And it's available as an interface, and the information that comes up automatically displays the vehicle based upon the VIN. I select the vehicle, and I have all my estimating information that comes up. All this information can be transferred over to the work order, into a new job, along with diagrams, service procedures, and such. If you would like to give Insight a test drive, simply give us a call and we'd be more than happy to set up a 10-day free drive-through for you. We'll give you some training. Insight will be available for 10 days at no charge. And then if you choose to continue on with Insight, that will be available at $129 a month with a moderate setup and licensing fee. Hope you've enjoyed today's webinar, and we'll be scheduling some more information. We'll be having a complete webinar on bay management, with the inspection system, as well as Insight. Thank you for joining us, and have a great rest of your day.